Just it will take 1 minute. Nirja, can you please check the live streaming started? Hello. Yes, ma'am. So welcome to all. Good evening, all of you. Welcome to National Nutrition Month, second week. And today we are going to take the one important topic, that is the fruits are you taking in the right way. Right, all of you know that fruits how much that important, and nowadays all of you know that one serving, yeah, two serving we can take the fruits every day. But how you are taking the fruits, and what is the ideal time, and what are the nutritional benefits, that is also we have so many myths and facts about the fruits. So today we are going to listen from our expert dietitian Srushti. She is a holistic nutrition coach and based from the Dehradun, Uttarakhand, and she is a PhD scholar. And her niche is she is doing PhD in her lifestyle modifications. And welcome to Srushti. The stage is yours.
Thank you so much, dear Padma ma'am, for a warm welcome. And hello, all my dear participants, for joining me on today's webinar.
Srushti, sorry
can
for
you please-
disturbance. I'm not looking your video. Is it only for me or anybody?
No, her camera is not
Yes,
on.
ma'am, I think
It's not visible.
Ma'am, my network bandwidth is low, so I have to put
No
off my
problem.
video right now.
Oh, okay.
Can you
No
please,
problem.
ma'am?
Yes, you can carry on, Srushti. No problem. Srushti, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, continue, Srushti, not an issue.
Ma'am, have you shared the screen? Your screen is not visible to me.
No, I'm not shared it. Just give me.
I'm going to play with check.
Please mute yourself, all of you. Yeah.
No.
Srushti's scary screen is visible to you? I already shared.
Ma'am, it is still sharing.
Because of network issue. Okay. So topic is, all of you know that this is a fruits are you taking the right way. Srushti, we are moving to next slide now. Fruits introduction and classification.
Okay. So, dear participants, first of all, I will be giving you a small introduction and classification on fruits. A fruit is a part of flowering plant that contains the seeds. The skin of a fruit may be thin, tough, or hard. But the insides are often soft and juicy. So there are some certain types or certain classes of fruits which we usually see in the plants. So the first one is berries. So these are small juicy fruits and with thin skin as grapes and raspberries. Next are drupes. Drupes are soft fleshy fruits with outer skin covering as peach and plum. Pomes. Pomes are soft fleshy fruits with inner skin covering as cherry. Peaches are soft fleshy fruits with outer skin covering as lemon. Plums are soft fleshy fruits with inner skin covering as peach and plum. Pomes are the fruits with a smooth skin and a large fleshy area surrounding the central seed core, as we see apples and pears. Next are citrus fruits. So we are very much aware about the citrus fruits. These fruits have outer thick rind with pulpy flesh as orange and mosambi. Next are melons. Melons are again very large juicy fruits with thick skin, and they have many seeds inside them, like watermelon, muskmelon. And last are the tropical fruits. These are the fruits which usually grow in tropical or summery type of climates, and they vary in skin composition and seeds as banana and pineapple. Next slide, please, ma'am.
Yes.
So now we will be learning about nutritional profile and benefits of fruits. So fruits are low in calories and high in fiber. They have a high water content, which is usually very negligible calories. These fruits have moderate carbohydrate, high to moderate carbohydrate content, but low in fat, except coconut and avocado. Fruits are low in protein, but high content of vitamin and mineral is found in fruits. And fruits are also called as powerhouse of many antioxidants and phytonutrients as carotenoids and flavonoids. So fruits are also known as protective foods. That means they have health promoting properties. What kind of properties? As we all know that fruits are very high in fiber, so they have a very high satiety value, and we tend to feel less hungry when we ingest a complete whole food with fiber. So they help in maintaining healthy body weight. Fruits also reduce the risk of stroke, cardiovascular diseases, and type 2 diabetes because of its very high nutritional content. And it also protects against cancers of stomach, mouth, colon, and rectum. Fruit also prevent bone loss and kidney damage because they are very rich in minerals. So it is very beneficial. Fruits are very beneficial for maintaining general health of a person. Next slide, please, ma'am. So now let's learn about how to consume fruit. So first of all, it is very obvious that we have to wash the fruit thoroughly and then consume. And we should consume fresh fruits, not the stored foods or the fruits which are over ripened. We should also always consume extremely fresh fruits. Then only we will be able to extract the nutritional content properly. And take the fruits with peels if possible and avoid juices. I mean, we should prefer whole fruit, not peeling the fruit and that ingested. We should properly chew fruit. We should not usually what the fruits are very rich in pulp, so we immediately gulp up the whole fruit and we do not chew it properly. So it is suggested that fruit should be chewed properly. And fruit should be combined with protein rich diet. So I have already explained you in the previous slide that that fruits are deficient in protein value. So we should combine it with protein rich diet so as to complement it with the deficient nutrient. And we do not mix many type of fruits. So it is a general tendency to enhance the taste. We mix many type of fruits. So we should not mix fruits because it is very hard for us to digest all amount of it. So mostly we have to ingest a particular kind of food at one time. Do not mix excess spices and sugar powders over the fruits. We should consume it in the natural form. Consume a variety of fruits throughout the year for nutrient diversity. So we are provided with a wide variety of seasonal and regional fruits. So we have to include all of them in our diet to have nutritional diversity in our diet. So next is quantity to consume. So 1 to 2 seasonal fruits of medium size per day should be consumed as suggested. And in case of large melons, 1 medium size of freshly cut fruit in chunk form can be consumed. The selection and quantity also depends on diseases and health condition. Like we if a person is completely healthy, then he or she can consume any type of seasonal fruit. But in the case of prevalence of any particular type of disease, so you should consult to your healthcare specialist or a nutritionist so that she can or he can tell you or suggest you about the fruits to be consumed. Next slide please, ma'am. So next we will be learning about when to consume fruit. So it is very essential to know these timings of fruits to be consumed for the for better digestibility. So fruit should also be consumed as mid meal, and usually fruits should be consumed before sunset. Otherwise, it is very hard for us sometime to digest it, and it results in indigestion as gas and flatulence. Do not consume fruits just after cooked meals, because it is always suggested to keep a considerable amount of time, let's say about 1 to 2 hours, between raw food and cooked food. So they should not be mixed with the cooked meals. Fruits can also be taken empty stomach, or of course fresh and seasonal, but in moderate amount. Fruits can also be taken as pre-workout snacking, because some fruits are very high in carbohydrate content, and for high intensity workouts, we can use raw fruits as a pre-workout snack. Fruits should be consumed when ripe. So most of the time we buy fruits from cold storage or chemically treated fruits for supporting ripening process. So it is not recommended. We should consume naturally ripened fruits. Consumed fruits of region and season as local and hyper local. So we should always swap up on the local and hyper local fruits for better digestibility and nutrient content. Next slide, ma'am. So now we will be talking about some common mistakes and myths related to fruits. I have a list of some kind and mistakes I have observed while taking fruits. So I'm just listing out it. If you have any more, you can after ask us after the set. So the first is, fruit juices are beneficial and can be taken in large quantity. Fruit juices are beneficial only if taken with the pulp and the fiber content. So fruit juices should not be taken in large quantities. Next, market packed canned juices are easy and healthy options for snacking. So it is a general kind of phenomena that we use canned and tinned juices, and we bulk store them in the refrigerator and take them as healthy snack options. No, it is a bad practice, because it generates many preservatives and stabilizers and colors, so beneficial for. Fruits are healthy and replace wheat meals. Fruits are healthy, but they should be replaced wheat meals, because you all know, I have told you that in some kind of fluids like pine, so complete and full healthy meal prescribed. Next is for variety preparation of mixed fruits with added spices, sugar powder. So we at household level, we almost all of the people practice this thing, that they prepare mixed fruit char. So I will I will suggest you to have fruits in their natural form, that is devoid of any spices and excess sugar powder. Fruits can take eaten for sweet cravings and as sweet dishes after full meals. So we all know that some fruits are very sweet in taste, like mangoes. So they should not be treated as sweet dishes after the full meals. I will suggest you to have them in mid meals. all fruits are beneficial in every disease and health conditions. Yes, fruits are beneficial, but not in every disease and health condition, because some fruits are very high in certain type of minerals, which is not recommended and avoided in certain type of health conditions like kidney disorders. Consuming only a particular fruit all through the year, like apple. So it is a general tendency to consume apple, considering it's extremely healthy throughout the year and avoiding all the rest of the fruits. So I will suggest you to keep changing the fruit selection for introducing a nutrient variety in your life. Storing cut fruit in fridge for long duration. So for busy schedules, what the people practice that they cut the in front for 1 to 3 days and consume for the late days. So it is a bad, because nutrient present in fruit are extremely vulnerable. So there is a constant nutrient law between the cut in the refrigerator. So I will suggest you to consume fresh fruit. Buying artificially ripe fruits. So we should not artificially improve the or the box packet fruit. So we should always use the naturally ripened fruit. Costly fruits are more healthy. So it is a general tendency to purchase costliest fruit available in the market for some health benefit. It is completely myth. We can always have the health benefits with the seasonal and the regional fruits to you. Preparing the fruits, excess cooking and sugar coating. So usually children are very chubby, and for giving them a user of fruits, what the parents usually do, they do excess cooking and sugar coating of the fruit pulp, and then prepare candies for with it to present them in front of kids. So it is a bad practice, because we are losing completely with the nutrition, compromising completely the nutrition of the fruit. Next slide, ma'am. So now let's jump up the last topic of my talk today, that is seasonal with exotic. So what seasonal and what are exotic fruits? So seasonal fruits are often grown and sourced locally and come with the change in seasons for a short period of time, as guava and pears, while exotic fruits as avocado, dragon fruit, blueberry are hybrid grown selectively, and their cost of production is more than seasonal and local fruits. So now what to choose and why? So listen, both exotic and local fruits are loaded with plant nutrients, but seasonal fruits should always be on priority. So I have some reasons listed out why use seasonal fruits. Seasonal fruits are richer in nutrients, because local fruits require very less time to reach our plates. So peak of their vitality and rich phytonutrients are available to us, because they are harvested and in a very short of time our plate get benefit from all the nutrients. Next is it saves money. So when locally produced, its production costs tend to be lower, as transportation charges and storage charges are reduced to a great extent. Now better flavor. So as locally available fruits are freshly harvested, it will be rich in flavor, and not in flavor, it will be also rich in quality, texture and smell. Next, allows for variety.
Srishti?
I lost in between. Hello.
Yes, Srishti. We lost in
Okay,
between.
Okay.
Just go back to 1
So
minute.
next is
Amrita.
Yeah. So next is allows for variety, allows for variety and nutrient diversity. So when there is variety, it will be creativity flowing in our kitchen, and it will help us to create different kind of recipes, smoothies, salads with different varieties of fruits. Next is better digestibility. So as the fruits are locally harvested, they are free from preservatives, chemical exposure to support ripening process. And the last is support to local fruit crop and farmers. In a way, it is enhancing the sense of community. Like the local farmers, farmer market is a great way to stock up the local fruits, and it also a great way to promote and support our local farmers and local crops. So, thank you, my dear participants, for a patient listening. And now platform is open for all your queries. Thank you so much, ma'am, for giving the opportunity.
Thank you so much, Srishti. Very crisp and clear presentation and very beautiful presentation also. Please participant if you have any question regarding about the fruits, right? And fruits intake or maybe in fruits. So please raise your hand. Otherwise, you can message in a chat box. Okay, before meanwhile, Srishti, I have some common means questions. Okay, so if you are taking fruits, okay, for example, many clients are asking me in my practice also. So whether diabetic patients will have the fruits means daily intake, otherwise they have any restrictions. But not only diabetic, any other disease.
Hello, ma'am. So I think I lost the connection between. I have a bandwidth, low bandwidth right now.
Okay, Srushti, I am asking about the what about the diabetic patients and also other if they have any illness means any diseases, chronic or maybe lifestyle disorders, so they can take freely fruits. Otherwise, they have any restrictions.
Ma'am, no fruit is completely restricted in diabetes or a lifestyle disorder. The key is moderation and balancing the food. You can always and you can enjoy seasonal fruits with particular kind of balancing in diet, but I do not believe in restriction of any food. Like I have heard that people with diabetes are completely restricting on banana and mangoes. So it is not right practice. With the completely balanced meals, they always enjoy the seasonal fruits because fruits are rich in some of nutrients available essential for our body.
Thank you, Srushti. And Nasreen is asking which fruits cause the gas. Can you take this one, Srushti? Which fruits
Ma'am,
cause gas?
Ma'am, you can take it, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Srushti. So means we have these certain principles in every diet, in dietary restriction or maybe in naturopathy according to Ayurveda, we have the different principles according to their therapy. But in fruit causing gas means directly fruits are not causing the gas. But if you are not taking proper way, like if you are not chewing, okay, you are gulping like that, okay. So when they are going to in undigested process, they can cause the gas. But particularly this food will cause the gas. This food will be cause the gas. No, that is not like that. But what is the timing? Timing is also important. If you are taking fruits like after the meal. Okay, some fruits are suitable for after the meal, but some persons, if they have any digestible issues, gut problems, okay, or maybe low enzymatic activity, so if they are gulping and they are taking with the combination of the food, they can cause the gas. But no such a fruit, one fruit that will be cause the gas. Okay, I hope you can get the answer, Nasrin. And
Yeah,
next
may I
question
answer
is,
this?
yes, sir. Thank you, sir, joining the session.
Okay, when people call about gas and gastritis, there is a lot of confusion. Most of the people, they don't understand what do they mean by gas. If you look into digestive system, right, there is upper GI and there is lower GI. Upper GI means what? Above the duodenum. So we call this as upper GI. And the people usually end up having the feeling of bloating, okay, or burping or belching. All these things are related to the gas formation that is there in upper GI, okay, in your duodenum, stomach, and all these things. The pathology in those areas or accumulation of gas in those areas, usually we call this as like burping or belching. Okay, and many people confuse it with gastritis as well. What is gastritis? Gastritis is like irritation of your stomach inner lining. It is called gastritis. So gastritis is different, and formation of gas in the digestive tract is different. And most probably, when people mention about gas, it is the passage of air through the anus, which we call in medical terms as flatulence. Okay, or in common man terms called farting. It is because of formation of certain unrequired gases in the digestive tract, lower digestive tract. So most probably it happens in colon, and in majority of the people it is seen in small intestinal tract as well. So small intestine, it happens when in a case of SIBO, which is called small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, and in colon for various reasons, especially due to lack of sufficient fiber. So what are the causes? Usually this farting or flatulence or passing out air through anus is seen heavily in smokers. Okay, because while a person is smoking, the air that they are inhaling should go to their lungs. But most of the people, what happens is most of the time they inhale the air, okay, which goes into the digestive tract, and this air has to pass through your entire digestive tract. And while eating also, we talk a lot while we are eating and all these things. This leads to consuming lot of air into, sucking lot of air into our digestive system, could be one of the reasons. As I said, smokers, eating, talking while you are eating excessively, and certain kinds of alcoholic beverages, say for example, especially beer and any kind of fermented drinks that people are taking. And coming to fruits, I mean, do fruits really cause this formation of gas in the body? So there is a process known as fermentation that happens in our colon, especially entire colon, colonic tract. So when the unhealthy bacteria are more in number, what happens is this production of gas is more, which gives you a sense of fullness in the stomach, and people feel quite heavy, and they think that it is not getting digested properly. But all the fiber that a person consumes gets digested only or majorly in large intestine. And yeah, those people who are like medical students or nutrition students, you might be learning or studying in your physiology that colon is good only for water absorption. No, it is important to absorb so many new micronutrients like vitamin B12 and rest of the things. And it also responsible digestion of fibers. When we give sufficient fiber, both soluble and insoluble fiber, in sufficient quantity, in required quantity, the healthy bacteria feed on this fiber rich food. Okay, so as Srishti mentioned earlier, if we stick on to fruits that are compatible with your place of living and with the season that you are experiencing right now, So whatever the raw material that is required to keep your gut healthy, you'll get all those ingredients. So don't go for fancy foods. And second thing, when people eat a lot of carbohydrate rich food and start, like free refined carbohydrates, devoid of fiber. Okay, what happens then? Then also there is lot of hard stool formation, and the unhealthy bacteria will increase in size, and there are chances of formation of excess gas in the digestive system. So anyone having problem with their passage of gas from their lower GI tract, they need to focus on few things. First, how do I increase my healthy bacteria? So two choices, probiotics and prebiotics. Many people have this, problem with lactose intolerance these days, gluten intolerance these days, which we never heard of when we are studying medicine. Okay, why these things are coming up only now? And there used to be quite rare. If someone is having intolerance to milk, there are like some genetic factors and all. Now almost like everyone is lactose intolerant, and everyone is gluten intolerant. Gluten is there, and people have been eating gluten for thousands of years now. Okay, but nobody ever have suffered this much like the current generation. It is because of the weakness in the gut microbiota, which is responsible for the immunity. So to put it shortly, there are no foods that actually create this what do you call the gas formation. Yes, when people start eating for the first time, lot of pulses which they haven't eaten, because this thing has come up, especially people who think that eating these boiled pulses or sprouted grains, all these things, pulses, all these things are healthy, but they don't have necessary mechanism in the colon or necessary bacteria in sufficient quantities to process that kind of fiber. So everything is like producing a lot of these gases in the intestine. So one needs to do colon cleansing on a regular basis, and which is like beyond the scope of this current session. But if any one of you are interested, Padma Madam is doing a wonderful program. Like her, many other coaches in our HNW do this detox program. There are 11 days detox programs, 21 detox program. If you do the detox, especially colon detox, so your gut will be healthy and free from all unnecessary gases. Sorry, Padma, I took a lot of time in explaining this, but thank you.
No, sir, you can take two more questions, sir. Same related, Nikita Deshpande and Shahida. Why fruits should not be consumed before meals or with meals? And one more is same, sir. After lunch or dinner, fruits ले सकते हैं क्या? Same. Meanwhile, is
Same
we
thing.
can
I mean,
consume
try to use common sense. See, when you go to a buffet, right? The entire spread contains cut fruits and fruit salads and fruits with ice creams and all these things. They are given. That means like you have the choice of eating fruits first, the main course first, and desserts later, or you can mix your vegetables while eating your food, and you can have fruits instead of desserts if you are a healthy eater. Okay, especially if you have a sweet tooth and you are watching your weight and want to avoid desserts. So there is no thumb rule. Okay, as such, like this is the only way to eat fruit. Okay, if somebody is giving you like 1 kg of gold, and will you say that, okay, this is not the right time to receive the gold? Okay, and this is not the auspicious time. They're gifting you 1 kg of gold. What do you say? Like any time is fine, even when midnight 3 o'clock, early morning 3 o'clock is fine, right? So fruits are like that. They are natural sources of like natural and rich source of vitamins, minerals, and fibers, and lot of water. And try to eat them in the way they are supposed to be eaten. Yes, in Ayurveda, they do have specific advice for specific condition for specific people. It is personalized for those people. Okay, not everyone's body type is same, because they have an imbalance set in already because of like unhealthy eating habits, because they are not able to balance all their doshas naturally. There is an imbalance, and that is why the Ayurvedic practitioner specifically says, okay, don't eat these fruits at this specific time, or avoid eating fruits immediately. That is based on your body's type. Okay, so the three major properties according to, so that is designed especially for them. But if you are healthy, hale and healthy, young, energetic, okay, so then there is no specific rule. And Fruits are supposed to be part of your healthy plate, right? Whether you take it beforehand, if you want to watch your weight, you take it beforehand and half of your stomach is full and you eat less. You can use it that way, right? It is not like directly obstructing the absorption of any other nutrients or creating this thing. But any new habit that you want to inculcate, give body a time. So if eating fruits on a regular basis is a new habit that you want to inculcate, don't try to eat a bowl of fruits, right? Take 1 or 2 pieces for the first week. Let your body understand that you are on a mission to becoming healthy. So it will start creating the cells in the gut lining. It will take 3 days for the body to regenerate the new cells. Okay. So according to the raw material, the gut lining changes. And suddenly you realized, you listen to Padma Madam's lesson and you want to start fruits eating, in lots. So that will create a problem. You have to give time to body to adapt to the new changes. Start slowly and gradually you can increase the quantity. That is the best way. And as far as myself is concerned, if a person is healthy, there is no restriction as such. You can eat fruits whenever you want, before meal, after meal, with meal, anything is fine. Okay, body has got a wonderful mechanism to process all these foods. Got it? But as I said, because some doctor has advised someone that you have to eat fruits only this way, because the patient has gone to doctor examined the patient and knows the condition, and then they have given an advice, and it is not meant for everyone. Remember, your iris is different from everyone. Your thumb prints are different from everyone else. That means you are unique. There is a way you are supposed to. So you can try and test on yourself and come up with your own methodology or your own style of eating.
Sir, thank you, sir. We have same questions. Redmi 9 and P. Kiranmay Garu. Ma'am, can you suggest which food should be avoided for asthma patients? And Redmi 9 is asking for cold and cough. People usually say no to citrus fruits, oranges. While they are good in vitamin C, give immunity. How far is it true, sir? And second is fruits suitable in respiratory problems and cancers in general. Here are the same, generalized.
Yeah.
We can
Yeah,
take
but
to
they
the
are
customers.
again general questions. If a person is asthmatic and no two asthmatics are same, probably the way they express the disease are same, the way they express the symptoms are same, but the causes could be different. Okay, as nutrition coaches, holistic coaches, what we look into is, we don't look into the established disease condition. We look into what established this condition first. So we look into the root causes. Okay, and unless and otherwise we clear the root cause, there is no way that just by adding and trying to hit with your eyes blindfolded, start hitting the stones. I mean, some fruit may work, some may not work. So again, even in asthma, people who are obese, they can be asthmatic. People who are lean, they can be asthmatic. People who are in ideal weight, they can be asthmatic. And their body types are different. And especially when it comes to advice of fruits, only Ayurvedic and naturopathic doctors are specific, okay, based on their body type. But when it comes to allopathic doctors or the medical nutrition therapists, the clinical dietitians, for them, fruit means like this much of vitamin C, this much of fiber, this much of magnesium or potassium or whatever it is. Okay, we look into that way. We don't relate the prakriti of a food and the prakriti of the person who is consumed. Got it? So whether it is cancer or asthma or whatever it is, you cannot generalize and say that, okay, these fruits are good for asthmatics, these foods are harmful for asthmatics. Again, that is completely generalization. There is no point in studying that. To give you an example, people assume that eating banana will make you fat or obese. Okay, I use banana and diabetics should not eat banana. But let me tell you, I use banana to help people gain weight, lose weight, and control sugar. So banana is useful for what? Weight gain or weight loss? For both.
Both.
Okay. The people can say that eating banana will increase sugar, but I use the same banana to lower the sugar. It all depends upon the coach and the patient and their specific condition. This you need to understand. That is why personalized coaching is very important. That's what holistic coaches does.
Thank you, sir. I want to share one experience here, sir, because I have a one patient who is suffering with renal carcinoma. So in that patient, he was also have the asthma. So when I am restricting some foods means I have know the other parameters also, blood parameters. If I am giving some fruits means I know that which is the suitable for that person, right? And I am watching that person, how is the digestibility will be there, and their body will be responding like that. So all these are depending, but what sir was saying exactly, every fruit is good, but that is depending on the customization.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Thank you, Padma. Thank you for the opportunity, and well done, Srishti. Nice presentation.
And Mohana is asking,
you so much,
hello,
sir.
madam, is the nutritive value of canned or frozen foods the same as fresh foods? Can we have them as a regular basis? No.
Yeah, my answer would definitely disappoint you. Throw them in the dustbin, in the can. So no canned foods. I mean, I would never encourage people to drink a fruit juice or any kind of artificial juices, either in the can or in a packet. So they're totally useless. You'll get only sugar, none of it. Even the 100% pure juice, whatever they claim, they don't contain any kind of fruit in that. It is only the essence and all the chemicals.
Yes, sir. And Samatha is asking best source of protein that can be combined with fruits, madam. Yes, Samatha, you can combine with seeds and nuts. That is the best source of with protein and fiber combination. Also healthy fat combination. Can add seeds and nuts with the food. Sir, we will take Naksar question also. Srushti, can you read that question? Sir, Naksar question for you, sir. Fruits are rich source of potassium. Our serum potassium is very low, maximum 5.5 MEC by liter. So, is it we should limit in fruit portion? Sir was asking, sir. Naksar question.
Yeah, that's a good question. And so common sense says that, okay, fruits usually are rich in potassium. And when we eat potassium, rich foods, especially fruits, the potassium, this could lead to potassium imbalance. Okay. For a healthy person, it is not. Okay. Body knows how to create balance. We have something known as the buffer system to maintain the balance of electrolytes in our body. Potassium is a positive cation, and its level is like always controlled. It's not that you are having this piggy bank, okay, and it is half full, and if you add money into that, it will become full. No, the body is not like that. Okay, if you add more potassium, body will keep whatever amount of potassium it requires, and rest of it is eliminated. That is the role of buffer system, blood buffer system in our body. There is like kidney plays a role in that, liver, our lungs plays a role in that, our respiration through lungs, respiration plays an important role in maintaining those buffers in our blood, the bicarbonate buffers and other buffer systems. But as I said, when I said the lungs and the kidneys, they play in maintaining the electrolyte imbalance or the balance in our body. What happens is, if a person is suffering with kidney disease, and where the elimination of potassium or maintenance of balance of potassium in the blood is compromised, then you should be watchful. Even then, if you look at the milli equivalent of the potassium, the change is very, very less. Okay, you will not be disturbing the acid base balance in the blood just by eating foods alone, because by the time the potassium that is there in the food gets processed, absorbed, getting into the circulation, and all the systems they come into play, okay, the potassium is going high, it may leads to hyperkalemia. Okay, it is never the reason. I mean, I don't know whether it is reported or not, but consuming food and increasing that leads to hyperkalemia. I don't think that it's been ever reported. Okay, but potassium rich solutions, I mean, let's say for people suffering with like hypokalemia, when they give a solution called potassium chloride. So in those people, we usually see that they have to watch for this potassium level, because if a person's potassium level is like in imbalance, what happens there is, since the kidney is compromised, you have to closely titrate the amount of potassium that we are giving, so that the person will not end up in hypokalemia. But I don't think food being a cause for excessive potassium or hyperkalemia, I don't think that it happens in normal healthy individuals.
Thank you so much, sir. And one more question, sir. Last question, Dr. SPT. How healthy the crushed fruit juices mean cold pressed fruit juices? Means nowadays we are having so many cold pressed juices readily available. So maybe he or she is asking, sir.
So unless and otherwise you are running a marathon and you are in need of lot of glucose immediately, and or you are severely dehydrated, not in a position to eat a normal fruit, I would never recommend even the cold pressed juice. So fruits are supposed to be consumed in their natural form, the way we are supposed to consume them. Okay, don't tamper with them. That is my sincere advice. Whether it is cold pressed, I mean, they will come up with like extraordinary titles just to woo the customers who are like gullible and vulnerable, and they have this fear of missing out, FOMO, a lot, all the consumers. So we don't have to resort to these kind of marketing gimmicks when it comes to eating with common sense. Okay, so yeah, I mean, like, why do you need a juicer? What will your teeth do? Right? The moment when you crush fruit with your teeth, the very act of biting, chewing, that is like mastication, it creates a kind of sense. It stimulates so many nerves in our body. Okay, so I always encourage people to consume food in its natural form. Okay, so you don't have to. Again, fruit juices are important. I'm not saying that fruit juices are bad. If somebody is bedridden, they are not able to eat, okay, to give them instant energy, yes, you can use this cold pressed juicers and you can give them. Someone who is like not able to eat any solid foods, or having severe problems with their digestive tract, full of sores or full of ulcers, and yes, for them you can take this as a emergency, or a, what do you say, as an alternative. But for healthy people, drinking juice, no, I mean, I consider that to be what do you say, an unhealthy practice. Okay, you may think that I am old fashioned, but yeah, old is always gold.
Thank you, sir. So, doctor, maybe you got the answer. Cold pressed juices machine is available. So we can buy or not. So you can decide. Yeah, they are asking, sir. Cold press juicer machine is available.
Yeah.
Is it can be purchased. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. This is a very wonderful and informative session. Thank you, Srushti. And if you have any more questions, so please drop a message in group. Okay, we have the group, National Nutrition Month Menopausal group. Thank you all for joining this wonderful session. So we are going to conduct one more session to next week, Sabah. So we are coming about the nuts and seeds. So thank you again. Thank you, sir. We are ending the session. So have a wonderful evening.